All right, we are live. Welcome to Bowtie Friday. I'm here with the Build Guild. We're guild building. First up is Codechef. Basically, we show up every couple of weeks on a Friday. I throw on a goofy bow tie, and Build Guilders show off all the cool things they're building for the ecosystem. Let's kick it off with Codechef. If you want to share your screen, I bet it's some kind of game or something, maybe 6551 related,
Yeah.
maybe token assets. You take it away. What do you got for us today, Codechef?
Okay. Yeah, how it was. Yeah, so yeah, I built a on-chain gaming. I think the theme is like Christmas and like it was like based on the Grinch Stole Christmas kind of. So
Nice.
share my screen. Can you see my
Yep.
screen?
Yep, we've got it. Some houses and a board.
Yeah. Let's see now how I move this. Oh, here, much better. All right, so yeah, so I built like the Presence Bandit. So basically, it's an on-chain game where you go on the houses and um basically like mint presents or steal presents. Um, and to play, you will need to have a fake Santa NFT. So you go to marketplace and buy some fake Santa, and then you create a token pound accounts. So now your Santa can hold the presents, and the presents they are ERC-20 tokens. So once you mint, you could click on play, and then we the game basically you have like time limit. You have like basically like 100 minutes to steal presents and go to the finish. And if you do not make it, then you will lose all your presents. And then each time you move, it's like one space. And then well, for now, it's like 1 minute to move. And then once you go to the houses, it can cost between 5 to 20 minutes to steal the presents if you click on steal. And I'm using the random number for that. So it's going to be between 5 to 20 minutes. So we really need to keep track of the time. And each time you mint a present NFT, um, the cost to move will decrease because yes, the weight of the present can slow you down. Maybe the present is filled with rocks, maybe slows you down, and then you can like continue moving. And then once you go to an event, it's gonna be randomized. So sometimes you ran presents or you got the name because of the storm, so it's like 10 minutes, and you just keep moving. Well, as you notice, that now it costs 3 minutes to move. Um, so you just like keep going the houses and taking presents. And then if it gets too heavy, you can also discard present and then the custom move will be increased by two. So each time you mini presents, the time to move around will go up. So it's like 2 minutes per present. So that's basically it. Just keep moving around. They have time to add more features, but that's what I got so far. Any questions?
So time is kind of the limiting factor that you're
Yeah,
spending. And as you're spending time, it lets you move. And if you steal too many presents, you're too heavy
yeah,
and it takes you too much time to move. And so if you don't get to the finish in time, you don't get any points, or how does it work? Is there some kind of like you have to get to the finish before you run out of time
yes. You have to get it
mechanic?
first to keep your present. Otherwise, you lose all your presents. Uh,
Nice.
I wonder what happens if I steal all the presents. Maybe more presents. Uh,
So I see the house square, but what's the event square?
oh, it's like random nice. So I go to the senior's event. So it's like between five. So if it's one, you find present. If it's two, you lose a present.
It's kind of like a
And
chance card
yeah,
then
change
in
card. That's
Monopoly.
something
Yeah,
more.
cool,
Yeah,
cool. Yep, cool mechanic.
that's what I got so far. And yeah, I was like still more. Try to get the game over. Uh, I think that works. Oh, oh yeah, I forgot to fix that. Basically, we've seen like a game over. So I think I could add the game over. Just give me 1 second. Where is it? Um, oh, it's a
Are you
button.
about to live code a contract right button? Is that what you were going to do?
Um, yeah, yes. No, just to change something.
Oh, okay.
try to show off the game over button, like
There we
oh,
go.
it's start over. So once you have no time to move it, you click on start over, and then you lose all your presents.
It just resets things back to the starting
That's
condition.
everything.
Panic.
Uh, oh,
Overflow,
failure.
underflow.
Great. Oh, I got the wrong one. Where is the game over? Huh, disappear. Let's see now. Hmm. Yeah, I have it somewhere. This, maybe I think I can fix it. Let's see now. What I put? Oh, so I'm gonna decide the game over. Not sure why they put it. It should be there. That's game over. Start over. Okay, it should work now. Oh, that did something. Oh, well, I just removed this one. Okay, now it should work now. Yeah, if I click on start over, oh, oops. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that later. That's what I guess for.
All good. Good game. Cool
Oh, thank you.
game. Codechef. Yeah. I feel like it would be a cool move to start transitioning some of these games to somehow like more massive multiplayer, because putting it on a blockchain makes it like this inherently massive multiplayer kind of game. I don't know, like a lot of these games are kind of like these one players or like a couple players in a waiting room. And those are basically the games I've been building too. Like, okay, we're gonna have a waiting room, we have everyone stake in, then we play a game, and whoever wins the money or whatever. But I think the goal in the long run should be to transition these to some kind of like autonomous world, open world. Anyone can play the game. Thousands of people can play the game at the same time. And by having thousands of people, there's some kind of like really cool network effect that happens within the game. Could be cool for that to be some kind of inspiration or like long-term goal for us to build some kind of game we can, release into the ecosystem and people can just play as they want. Okay, good build, Codechef. Boris, you are up next. I don't see Coderxyz. We'll move them to the end of the list if they show up. But Boris, take it away if you want to share your screen and show us what you've been
Hey
working on.
everyone, can you hear me? Okay,
Yeah, we've got you.
nice. That's my first BDF. I'm not sure how everything works here. So we just wanted to share with you our project that just recently won Build Up Laksa Hackathon, and still waiting for results of ongoing Chainlink constellations hackathon judging. So it's basically powered by Scaffold Ethereum, Laksa, and Chainlink constellations. And yeah, let me share my screen.
Was that the Chainlink hackathon that was like December 2nd and 3rd? Which
It
hackathon
was
was
over
this?
December 10. Yeah, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. It was later than that. Okay. Maybe that was something else I was thinking of. Awesome. Let's see. Let's see what you built. Be cool to see.
One moment. So, does anyone familiar with
Yep, we've
Laksa
got you.
ecosystem?
With what? Sorry, I missed that.
Laksa ecosystem.
Yep. He's the guy who made the ERC-20. Fabian is a friend of mine. He made the ERC-20 approved pattern
Yeah,
infamously.
yeah, and so Laksa is basically growing out of ERC-725 standard for blockchain-based identity. And some of the key features, core features they have is a universal profile. And so that's why our application called upDev. So UP stands for universal profile here. And this project is an attempt to make universal profile even more universal by connecting it to different Web2, Web3 accounts. So, for example, you have a BuidlGuidl account right now, you have a GitHub account, and you may also have a Twitter account, many other accounts, but all of them basically act as different, like with these three different identities, right? And so with upDev, you can mint for your universal profile all these accounts as NFT 2.0. And so these are like classic NFTs, but new version by Laksa. It is LSP8 standard. I'm not sure if I need to go into all these standards, or you can just check these docs afterwards, because that's really a lot of things.
Is Luxo like EVM compatible? Can you just use Scaffold-Eth on Luxo, or is this like on Ethereum, or where? How does the Scaffold-Eth tooling work with Luxo? I guess is my open question.
It's EVM compatible, and so their idea is to work not only in their ecosystem, but basically on any chain, and that's actually what we also introduced with our DApp, because Chainlink functions. So we actually saw that there are two hackathons going on, right? Luxo and Chainlink. And so our idea was to make some project to submit it to both of them. And so Chainlink is not currently available on Luxo networks. All right, new functions like Chainlink functions, for example. And I will go to them a little bit later. And so our application allows to deploy your universal profile on Polygon Mumbai network, where Chainlink functions are currently available. So let me actually turn on. Have you tried to play with their universal profile extension?
I've heard I've heard good things about it. Well, from Fabian, he was talking about how it's kind of like the future of account abstraction, I guess, but I haven't played with it directly.
Yeah, so I can show you how it looks like right now. So my profile that you can see here on the screen right now is based on the profile that I created on universalprofile.cloud, so on Luxo mainnet network. And so here you can see that in my extension. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, we've got it. We've got the browser extension too. Yeah,
so here's where all this data is coming from, where it is based. But I deploy through these applications through upDev application, universal profile on Polygon Mumbai. And then there's another standard they introduced. It's called LSP24 to connect this profile. So basically, you can consider universal profile as ERC-721 smart contract. And so I have one smart contract that is on Luxo mainnet and another one smart contract that is on Polygon Mumbai. And they have references to each other. So they act as one identity. And there's even one more interesting standard they have. It's called LSP23, that basically allows you to deploy your
I would be interested in an EIP that does this too. Being able to put contracts at the same address, or have an EOA that has an address, but that the contract can act as it. It's a really interesting paradigm. I think it's close to 3074.
Yeah, and like with classic EOAs, you don't need any standards like LSP23, right? You just have the same address on all networks. But if you deploy smart contract and use a smart contract as identity, and then you may have some issues. So LSP23 actually allows to do that, but right now we don't have time to implement it as well. And so the only difference right now here is that address here is different from the address of this profile. So I can click on this link and go to my page on universalprofile.cloud. And so you can see that it's the same data that is displayed there. And so they are verified. So if you're just trying to sign up on this application, it will ask you eventually to sign some transaction to verify that you actually own that these universal profiles are connected. And so the most interesting part here is that, like as I said, you may have a BuidlGuidl account right now. You may have a GitHub account or Twitter or any other accounts. And so with upDev, you can mint your accounts as NFC 2.0 as LSP8, right? So basically, you can prove, thanks to Chainlink, that you own certain accounts, and you can, for example, earn achievements based on public data from these accounts. And let me show you on the code example how, for example, is BuidlGuidl connected right now. So Chainlink functions is basically allowing you to execute any JavaScript, right, in your Solidity smart contract. So you're looking right now at our Solidity smart contract, but
That's super weird. That's cool though. It reminds me of like JSX or something in React.
yeah. And so we're simply using this API. I'm not sure that if that's your official API, but it works fine, I guess so. And here's my BuidlGuidl account page, and you can see that I have the status here. And so the important thing here is that it includes my universal profile address. And so this is how we check that actually I own my account, right? Like for example, many times how some testnet tokens faucet ask you to tweet something and then share a link to the tweet, right? So that's their way to verify that you're actually a real user, and here you're to provide you some testnet tokens. And we're using similar strategy to connect all other accounts here. So instead of tweeting some certain tweet on Twitter, you simply put a link that includes your universal profile address on a status of your BuidlGuidl account page. And so here we check if it's really there. If it's not there, it just throws error. And if it is actually there, we just pass some data from this API. Like for example, what is your role? What is your function on BuidlGuidl? Like what is your streams? For example, streams are not currently implemented, but it's one of the to-dos that we have. And basically for streams, you have the smart contracts, different smart contracts, right? So if your account is already connected to your universal profile, then we can basically just take some Ethereum mainnet RPC and just show, for example, how many Ethereum have you already pulled from some certain stream. And by the way, one of the teammates, he should be probably on this call. His name is Matthew, who worked on this project as well. Oh, you know him.
Thanks for the shout out, Boris. Appreciate it.
I'm just dancing on the camera because I see myself, but I also do know. Yes.
Oh, Matthew, is that you? Like, I never seen you on a video.
Oh.
I thought maybe you're from the BuidlGuidl team or like the same.
Great presentation, Boris.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah. And so, what else? Like, let me just try to update my GitHub coin that I have on my profile right now. So you can see that I verified it on 13th December, right? And it was created like 11 years ago. I have 23 followers there, 300 contributions. And so right now to update it, let's simply do that. So this is how it works, like similar way with the BuidlGuidl. Like on GitHub, you can set any social accounts, like for up to 5, I believe. And so I have already have this link on my GitHub. Never mind. And so I submit it right now, and it will send requests to Chainlink, the centralized Oracle network. I will show you the dashboard right now, how it looks like. Oh, it's a little bit slow because of screen sharing. I'm working from MacBook Air right now. So yeah, I sent the request, and here we should be able to see this request. Yeah, you can see that like it's already pending. We're missing some UI here to show that, oh, it's actually already verified. You can see like this button appeared. We could actually do it in one-step transaction, but Chainlink functions currently have some gas limitations, and so that's why we had to introduce this claim token flow, like to just put the gas fees on a user to mint any token. Okay, it should take a few more seconds to mine. All right. Yes, it's updated now. You can see.
Cool.
Have any more contributions? I think. Yes, and so even more cool stuff is on our to-do list. Like, for example, well, as I already said, we can deploy in this at the same address. I like to be like any classic QA. We can allow to mint a repo NFT. So that like this page would also look like your portfolio, and so you can pick any repository, for example, on GitHub or GitLab or any other platforms like these ones. And so like depending on your contributions on this repository, you will have a certain share of this repo NFT. Like, or for example, even more interesting thing is to allow bounty hunters to share their API tokens in exchange for a fee. So like, for example, with Twitter, you know, when Elon Musk bought the Twitter, they made their API paid. Like there's no more free Twitter API. You cannot retrieve any tweets anymore for free. But we can have any bounty hunters that, for example, already paid $500 per month for this token, and they can just share it. For example, like even right now, GitHub works with also works with API token because we're using their GraphQL API, and so I simply uploaded my API key on GitHub Gist, and I'm using them. Like you can see it here, some certain bytes value for this argument, encrypted secret URLs. And so that's how, even right now, this smart contract can connect to APIs that needs authorization. So in the same way, it can work for Twitter. We just didn't have a API key for it, and in it's anyway on a test net right now. Yeah, and there are more other providers that we can support in the future. Like for example, Gitcoin Passport. Like it's partially similar, close to Gitcoin Passport, but Gitcoin Passport is basically centralized. You can. Do you know about? Does anyone know about Gitcoin Passport? Like the stamps that you can make. Like, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's similar.
We better
thing,
pass
but
this on to someone else too. I think we're running a little long here. Let's finish it up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's basically it. We would love to hear any feedback.
Great build. Make sure you post the repo so we can throw it in the show notes and folks can run it down and check it out.
Yeah, we've posted it like here. I don't know if like you mean in a Telegram group?
No, like right in the Zoom. Would it work? Basically anywhere. Yeah, anywhere where I can copy paste it, I guess. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Looks like Zach already has it. Awesome. Okay. Hacklight, you are up next. Great build, Boris and team. Sounds like Matt was in on that one too, and some other folks. That's great to hear. Keep shredding, keep building. Hacklight, you're up next. If we can steal the screen back from you, Boris. Are you out there, Hacklight?
Yeah, I'm here. Good day, viewers. Good day, everyone. Okay. So, right. So, you can see my screen, right? Let me.
It's coming in. It's still loading.
Okay.
Yikes. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. Yep.
Okay.
Looks like a Scaffold-Eth build. You got it.
Yeah. So basically this is an anonymous like chat room project I worked on. Right. Yeah, allows you to kind of create chats. So the way it's built, each chat is like a different contract. So I have a contract that deploys like other contracts on it, and you can get to like deploy chats that are public or private. And let me just show some examples. So this would be like a classic public conversation that you start, and anyone that comes onto the platform, anyone that comes onto the project can just see the conversation that you created. So you can have public conversations, you can have private conversations, and they are totally encrypted, right? So what I store on the blockchain is basically the encrypted messages. So it's only those who are part of the conversation that can be able to gain access to the chats, right? So we have this. Oh, sorry, I entered the wrong stuff. Sorry. Okay, yeah, this should be it. Okay, so we have this, and it's practically anonymous, and you don't know who sent which message. That's like the whole idea of the platform, to just have like a secure place where anybody can have any conversation, be it private or public. You can discuss like any topic on the platform. You can basically, yeah, just come here and say your mind. That's what the whole project is about. So yeah, thank you. I think that's
Is
what
it
I've been.
is the chat public or is it encrypted with keys or something?
Yeah, so it's encrypted with keys. I
Symmetric
think
or asymmetric? Like, did you just use their ECDSA key, or do you regenerate a new symmetric key pair somehow or something?
no. So it's symmetric because so what I did basically was I generated a private key for each conversation. There is like a private key. I stored it private on chain. I'm still trying to get my head around the cryptography stuff, but I stored it on the blockchain. It's private. Then when I encrypt the messages, I kind of generate I kind of generate like an initial vector for each message I'm kind of encrypting, and then attach it to the message that I'm storing on the blockchain. I encrypt all of them and then store it. So when I bring it back, I have like a way to get the initial vector from the message, actual message. Then I can use it to like get back the whole message that was sent, but the actual messages are encrypted. That's what I'm storing on the blockchain is encrypted. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So this is a good way to be learning cryptography. This is a good test build to teach yourself. So keep it up. Good build.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm going to paste in also a long time ago. I did this a similar thing with ECDSA key pairs. I'm putting a YouTube in for later, but with the burner wallet, it uses ECDSA encryption back and forth to chat, basically chat encrypted on chain. Back in the day, it's a fun one. Check that one out too. Good.
Yeah, I would try to check.
Good build.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Okay, you got it. Okay, next up is Joan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Joan is, uh-oh, I don't know if they're here anymore. Oh no, I think we might have lost Joan. That would mean that Scobru would be up next.
Hi. You listen?
Take it away,
you listen?
Scobru. You got it.
Okay, perfect. Wait a second. Oh. You see my screen?
Yep, we've got it. Looks like a doc or a Nostr 3. Yeah, you got it.
Yes. My project is Nostr. Nostr is like an app that allow you to create a NOS account, because the problem is for the people that who don't know Nostr. Nostr is like a protocol message, like Twitter, but it's like fully decentralized. And when you chat on this protocol, you have to create a key pair similar to the key pair that you create when you create an address on MetaMask. So I want to solve this problem to avoid the user to create another key pair. But to create this key pair for NOS with the wallet. So when you come in the app, you can log in. Wait, we go a fresh restart. Okay, we log in, and as you can see, you can generate a key pair with your wallet, and the username you can use, for example, my NS domain, and I, for example, choose a password to generate this key that I use after to, for example, chat in this application that, for example, is a normal NOS client. Okay, so when I generate a key, basically we sign a signature. Okay. Okay, and now we have our key. This is the key for the NOS protocol, of course, the private key and the public key and profile and VM address and all the key for that you can put in this application to chat with the people. So you don't need to store them, or it's better if you store, but if you don't want, you can go into this application, sign the signature, and you can easily access to your key. The other problem that this application wants to solve is like the tip on Nostr. Nostr basically allow only tip on the Bitcoin Lightning Network layer. So I want to try this experiment to use the same public key of Nostr to make tip, but also on the Optimism network. So when you log in, you can join into the protocol, and after the dApp link your address that basically is generated there, or if you want, you can also change it with your personal address of MetaMask. And after this address, as you can see, is linked with your public key of Nostr. What the real uses cases of this, sorry for my English, but is that you go on, for example, your post on Nostr. Okay, I go on into my profile. Okay, I pick up a ID of this node, and for example, I want to tip myself for this node. So I paste the ID of the node, I copy the public key receiver that is basically my Nostr ID. I can find, for example, if I click here, okay. And here I can choose the amount that I want to send. Okay, now what's happened is two stuff. We send like a transition to the connected address of that public key. So that public key can receive this amount. The other cases is, for example, a guy come into the app, but he don't have like a linked his address with his his public key. So the other cool stuff is there are a smart contract that you can send like a tip into the smart contract and a secret message to the public key in Nostr that can after claim the tip inside the smart contract. Now I send like a classic message, like for example this, because I'm already registered in the platform. So basically now I receive my tip in my address that is this address, okay? And I have the key because this is the key, so I can control that address, okay? But for example, if I want to send a tip a guy, for example, that there isn't in the my application, but there is in Nostr, I can do, for example, this. Allora, same stuff. I copy its public key, but its public key is not inside the Nostr protocol. So I make the same stuff. So here I make its public key. I pick one post of him. This. I copy the ID of the post. And after I send the tip. Okay, when this happens, this public key doesn't have an address to receive. I don't know as a dev the address to link the public key to send the tip. So what's happened is that we send a message, secret, encrypted on Nostr with a relay. In this message, basically, there is another message that send. This is a tip from the public receiver that is me. You can go into this to claim your tip. As you can see, here we generate a random key that we send to our receiver, and after we make a transaction into a very simple smart contract like this. Okay. Deposit, we pass an encrypted hash. The encrypted hash go into a map. What? And after we have the hash with this smart contract. So coming back here, we send the key after we hash the key, and we deposit with the key. So the people that receive the secret message on Nostr go into this page. Okay, and insert the key, and after can claim your tip on Nostr. Of course, this is maybe the first time that he know the platform. The second time, he basically can log in with his Nostr extension. Ok, non va niente. Wait. Ok. This is my public key generated by an extension and not from a generate key from a signature. So I make an example of a user that don't want to generate a key pair, but I really have a Nostr key pair. So it can want to link this with a wallet. So wait a second. Okay, here. Wow. Okay. A little beta, but no, okay, this is the address that I want to link. For example, I say I want to link this address. Okay, and after, for example, if I have, I'm a user from Nostr that I have my account, but I have also my FOM account, I can link here, join the protocol, and after I can tip other people, basically inserting their Nostr public key. And that is the project. Sorry for a little bit confusion, but it's a little beta, and I think that in next week is like full available on Vercel.
Awesome. And it's built with Scaffold-Eth.
Of course, totally.
Yeah. Great. Cool build. Awesome. Any questions from the crew? Up next will be Miral. Any questions before we move on? Great build, Nostr. Or I'm sorry, Nostr is the name of the thing. Great build, Scobru. And your English is great. You could tell you're French, but your English is great. I understood everything. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I think there might be a question from Lulox. Is Nostr a Bitcoin thing? Is it like the Bitcoin public addresses versus, yeah, go ahead. Scobru can answer.
It's only a choice, of course. It's only a choice from developer. If you see Nostr, it's Bitcoin because there are like a Lightning network in the profile of a NIP that is a proposal for all the relays that accepted. But if they want, they can insert, for example, an FOM address, I think, but they don't want. But I make this application because I think that it's cool to use also optimism to make and use the same the Nostr protocol in the same time.
I said French. It sounds like everyone's saying Italian. Sorry if I got the wrong country there. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Perfect.
Awesome. Well, it's good to have you, Scobru. Thank you for presenting. Miral, you are up next.
Hey. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Got you. Yep, we've got you. Go ahead and share your screen. Show us what you've been working on.
Is my screen visible?
Yep, we've got you. Got some code. Back to Matt. Now some Scaffold-Eth too.
This is more like a developer experience tool. So like a general contract build. So I see a problem like people, what we can say, deploying a contract which deploys another contract, but it's hard to like interact with that different contract which is deployed by another contract. So I've created a tool which helps you with that. So my friend Keshav helped me write this contract, so which I can help you demonstrate with it. So first I have to like mint the NFT for that. Cool. So once I mint the NFT, I go to the registry and like create an account which will like deploy a different contract which will create this account and will interact with that. So that's solved. Here, 91. Send it. Got it. Like fetch the address we got. So this is the address we got, and we'll like what if you want to interact with that? Like there is no solution for it over here. So you can just click on it, give a contract name like external contract, paste the address in here and select for like what type of ABI it is. You can know like this is the account ABI. We can click on it and we create. And like we got the contract to interact with like the contract external UI. So we can interact with it. You can see like this is the contract address we just deployed from there. This I'm the owner and this is all the data. What if you want to like, it's the same thing. Like if you like, there's another NFT contract we deployed, you want to interact with Sam. So like I don't have like knowledge of how to like deploy it, but I can just like copy paste this thing, like give an external NFT, just put the address over here, choose the NFT contract and create. Yeah, like if there's a different NFT, we can interact with here right from here. So no need to like go to different tab or anything. So yeah, that's it. So for that, to implement this thing, I just have to write a different component for it. It's called like external contract UI. It's just like copy pasting on the existing contract UI, but like just tweaking with the every single component, like contract variable. I put like external contract variable and tweak it a little bit so I can like create my whole like external contract UI thing. So yeah, that's it from my side.
Awesome. Cool build. Any questions from the crew? Always good to see those Scaffold-Eth 2 builds.
Thank you.
Okay, I think up next is Naim. Naim, are you out there? Nice build.
Yeah, hi.
Miral. All right, here we go. You're up.
Yeah. Okay. You can
We'll
hear
try
me,
to
right?
go quick. Hopefully we can get Bert and Joan in. If I think Bert is still around. Go ahead, Naim. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't share my screen.
Oh yeah, someone's still I think
It's
Miral
not-
still has it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're set. Now
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah, let me share my screen.
And I don't think Joan showed back up, so I think we'll have Bert next and then we'll be done. Let's see if we can fit them both in 7 minutes.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yep, we've got it.
Yeah. So basically, I have like built a simple wallet, but which is like integrated with a biometric authentication, like fingerprint, Face ID, and all this thing, right? So basically, it uses the WebAuthn library. So here they have the good documentation and all this thing, right? They have different packages in different languages and all those things. Now, here what I have done, right? It's a basically simple thing, but when we create a wallet, it asks for our biometric authentication. So as of now, I will show it with like a simulator of it. Okay, in Chrome, like there's an inbuilt simulator, we can use it, or we can use our real-time debugging on this thing. Okay, so if I go and if I create a wallet with some default amount in it, it asks me for the authentication, right? How do you have to create this authentication on this thing? So if I choose this device, it's basically a simulator one. And then it will create the account and all this thing, right? While I creating this wallet, then let me confirm it first, and then I will explain. So what happened? So if I go again and create this wallet, it will ask me for the authentication, and then I go to and create this wallet. If I confirm it, we create the wallet here. Okay. So once I created the wallet, right? Basically, what happened is with way of authentication, I will get an public key, okay, which is my uh, unique public key based upon this biometric authentication. So this one. So this one I am storing it inside this wallet. Okay, and for the next transaction, like I have to send someone some ETH and all this thing, right? We are validating this transaction with this public key through our smart contract inside it. Like I will demonstrate in shortly in code level what I have done there. So if I wanted to send that, okay. Okay, you can watch it here. It will like sign the signature and all this. It will authenticated. Like if I click on the send, it will first ask me to validate it. If it's not validated, like it doesn't allow me to process my new transaction and all this thing. If I continue to validate, and then I'm able to do my own transaction. And this transaction is authenticated at our smart contract level also. It's MetaMask pop-up.
And if we were to put this out on Vercel and then hit it from a cell phone, it would use the pass key on the cell phone, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
I would love to see a live example of that. Let's ship this to Vercel so I can dink around with that too.
Yes, I have that, and I have tested that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now it's done, right? It's successful. I have sent this. So this is basically a short film. Like from last few days, right? I'm exploring about how we can create a unique identity, right, for each individual based upon the biometric and all this thing. So this is what I got at high level. So maybe in next one of my project I can like fully integrate to more deeper way. So give me a short example, like in code level what I have done. So you can see this factory content. Basically, it's like a create tool which is deploying this wallet. Okay. But it also accepts the public key of that wallet, which I have shown here. Okay. Now, once that wallet gets created, so for that wallet validation, basically this is a simple function. And from front end, for any transaction, right? The same transaction, whatever we are doing there. So we are sending a signature. Okay. This signature gets sent to our smart contract. And then with this function here, we are decoding this signature. Okay. And we are validating this signature with our stored public key, okay, in wallet. And once this validated, then our transaction get executed. Yeah, this is it. Thank you.
Can we go back to your Solidity for a second? Where does that web auth stuff come in the Solidity sense? Is that a library you import or what?
No. This is another contract, right? This I have. Like taken.
Is that something you wrote, or is that something they wrote?
No.
Okay, it's like okay, it's like a cryptography.
Yes.
Okay, very cool.
It's like a decoding, encoding, and all this thing, right? But as per our needs, like as per web authentication library that it provides, right? All this data. Depending upon this, we are encoding, decoding it, and using it. Yeah.
I thought we were waiting for a new signature scheme like the R1 versus the K1 or something like that to be able to get this web auth in and the passkey stuff to settle on chain. But maybe there's this other way to do it. It's just more expensive or something. Is it super expensive to check that signature?
Basically here we're just decoding it, right?
Yeah, but I mean in gas. Like how much does it cost to
I have to like analyze all these things.
Okay, cool.
How it is costing and all this. Yeah.
So to double check here, make sure I understand, we're using the web auth stuff, which is I think of passkeys. Passkeys are like but biometrics on your phone, and you're using that to you're deploying a create-to smart contract, which means it's going to have the same address on all networks, and you're adding your passkey address as one of the owners, or at least one of the signers, and then you can use this passkey web auth stuff to make a transaction on your smart contract wallet, kind of like setting up all your devices as signers on a multi-sig that's across all the networks. Like this is really getting close to what account abstraction is going to bring, 5 years from now when they actually get it into the protocol and working and have dApps. But this is like tinkering around with this stuff is exactly where we should be in terms of trying to be out ahead of things on understanding account abstraction. Good build.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I think Coderx, any last questions from anybody else? Maybe Coderxyz could finish this out. Bert, I think Bert is Coderxyz. That's why I was confused. Bert, you're up if you're around to take it away with the last build. Good build name.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you out there, Bert? I see you go off. Oh, we got a screen.
Yes.
Yep. All right, we've got you.
Hey, yeah, I'm very unprepared for this, but I'm gonna do my best to deliver. Hey guys, so this is a quick project for the Chainlink hackathon, and then we are basically our project is called Meow, and then we are going to combine or fusion two worlds, the crypto world with the real world, where the real world is rescue pets or pet shelters, and users will be able to take a picture of the real cat, and then our application will make that will turn that into a digital version of that physical cat. And then if you are a non-profit or a company or pet shelter, you will be able to upload your cat story, and it's the same as always. You have your form, you fill out the form and all the details, right? And then if you are, but also for the second kind of user, we have the donator or the person who wants to donate. So in that case, you go here, and then we want to make this as a game. We want to gamify the experience for the donation. You can think of a GoFundMe for pets, but with a gamified version. Here you're gonna start. You can start. Then here you can choose the pet. In this case, if you choose one, you can have more details, or if you choose the other one, and so on. So if you choose one, then see more details. You can see all the details here. Let me just close this control. If you have all the title, what is the story of this cat, what is the money that is raising for or fundraising, the story of it, who has already donated, and then you can choose to donate to this or get updates. In this case, it tells you the status of the cat. And then also for the status of the cat, it will change if the more money it has, it will change. It will have mood. You can think of moods. And then when you choose feed the cat, you can feed the cat, and you can choose anything that you want to feed the cat. And every item will have a price. In this case, let's just choose fish, and then start. And then here is the fish costs 99 cents, and this money will go directly to the pet shelter or the company, and we're just gonna do 99 cents for now. And then we click next. Here we deployed our contract into the Scaffold-Eth. We're just gonna confirm that, and then our donation was complete. You can see more details on the transaction, and then we go back, and we should see that it went up for 99 cents more. If you want to get more, and then before that, I couldn't finish that part, but the cat's supposed to perform a trick as a thank you. It can be a move the tail. It can be a high five, a handshake, something like that. And if you want to get more feedback, more updates, you can use your Gmail or input your email. And that's pretty much so far what I have.
Cool build. I like the design. That was out of Scaffold-Eth 2, but some of those dialogues don't look very Scaffold-Eth 2. Is this page also Scaffold-Eth 2, or is this? Yeah, it is. I guess it is.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, everything is
okay.
Scaffold. Yeah, everything.
You've cleaned it out pretty well, and the design. The design's really nice. A really cool cartoon design. I like that.
Yes. We try. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Any last questions for Coderxyz? All right, another good Bowtie Friday in the books. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for showing off. So many cool projects. It's great to see stuff moving along and really cool builds coming along. As always, hit us up in the chat if you have any questions. Keep using Scaffold-Eth 2. Go through the speed run if you haven't yet. Speed run Ethereum, and come show up here every other Friday and show off what you're building. Reach out in the DMs. We're always available. All right, hearts. Thank you, BuidlGuidl. Thank you, friends. See you guys later. Happy Bowtie Friday. Thanks for coming along. See you guys.
Later, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.